Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to my weight loss journey. I took last week off, unfortunately, but I kind of hit a wall last week, and that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit in today's video. So as some of you know from my community post, I did a kind of clearing out of the closet type routine where I was just taking a lot of my oversized clothes or just random clothes that didn't fit quite exactly well. And yeah, that kind of threw me into a depression, and I went completely off the rails for 2 solid days. I did wind up catching myself come Monday, and that kind of got me back on track and right back into the carnivore diet. Because before that hiccup, I was doing a 90-day BBBE challenge. I was doing pretty well otherwise. Now when I got home from Nome, it was a little bit harder to stay focused on what I was doing, what I was eating. There was random distractions in the house. We had fruit in the basket. I love bananas, and occasionally I was getting into the bananas. Once in a while I was getting into some healthier type option chips. You know, they're only 100 calories, about 6 grams of carbs, so I could eat approximately 2 bags of those chips and I'd be under 20 grams of total carbs. So still in a ketosis type state is exactly where I want it to be. So for the most part, I haven't been losing weight, but I've been more physically active at work. I've been doing a lot more out of the truck type stuff. I've been getting in this really strange type loader vehicle. It's called an IT. It's got a little clamp that comes down over the front of the bucket, but it looks just like a loader, operates similar to a loader. It's just got a couple more functions that it can do. And it also has little rubber on the bottom of the bucket so I can sweep the metal floor. And that type of stuff is mainly what I do throughout the week. But this is one of the shirts I was wearing when I started my weight loss journey at 435 pounds. This is a huge shirt, by the way. This is a 3X. One of my largest shirts is even bigger than this, which is a 5X. But I was just blown away when I came out and I wanted to show my family, you know, what I used to wear. I mean, I used to wear this shirt and I used to fill it out quite well. I mean, this is a lot of space here. This is like a heavy duty blanket in comparison. And yeah, that kind of threw me into a little bit of a depressive state. Now, these are the pants I wore every day. And I bought these at Duluth Trading Post. And the reason I bought these is because they're made out of a fire hose type material, so they are a little bit stretchy. But my weight was going up and down for so long, I found these pants extremely useful for a person that's morbidly obese, because I had a lot of water retention, all kinds of other stuff going on. But as you can see here, without even stretching the pants out, I can fit 2 of my legs inside one pant leg now. I mean, that's like 2 of me right here. That's crazy. Now, something else that happened throughout my weight loss journey was my original belt right up in here. It blew apart. These little stitches in my original belt, because I wanted to keep the original belt, you know, to basically give me, you know, basic guidelines of how many. This was my way of measuring, and it's a lot of people's way of measuring. So every time I lose anything, I just start adding holes. I got a little Dremel tool, it's got a drill bit, so I just keep adding holes as I go. And my wife bought me, my loving wife, she bought me this wonderful belt. Now this is an adjustable type belt. See here on the back, you can actually adjust the size as you shrink. Can't necessarily adjust the size as you grow, but yeah, you just cut off a couple inches and this belt fits nicely. I haven't used this belt yet, mainly because this is how I gauge any progress throughout the week. And every single week, the last 2 weeks, even getting 2 days off the rail, I have been able to lose inches. The inches are coming off so fast. The shirt I'm wearing right now, this is an extra large shirt. This is the first time I've been able to fit in an extra large shirt in the last 1.5 years. These pants, which fit quite nicely. Also bought at Duluth Trading Post. These are insulated work pants. They got cargo pockets, and they're still kind of loose. These are 36, 34s. First time I've been able to actually fit comfortably in 36, 34 pants. And I actually have a little bit of wiggle room right here. So these should work out really well for the next couple of months as I hopefully continue to drop the weight down to approximately 235 pounds as I go. I've been using the carnivore diet as my main eating strategy in order to achieve all of this weight loss, or a lot of the weight loss. I've also been doing a lot of fasting practices and just random food experiments like eating eggs, sardines, and just a lot of ketosis friendly type foods. But even when I got off the rails, I ate some ice cream, but I was not gorging on the ice cream. I also had a couple slices of pizza when the family had pizza, but I wasn't eating the entire pizza. So far, the carnivore diet has taught me to moderate my intake, and then I can actually just jump right back onto the program. Because I think that's where a lot of the benefit is with the carnivore diet. And I'm not the carnivore cheerleader by any means. I don't promote 100% carnivore all the time. If anything, I talk to people as honestly as possible. I tell them, you know, from my perspective, exactly what's been going on. Because we're only human. We're not 100% perfect. Most people that claim, you know, to be Captain Awesome, you know, sometimes you might find some variables in their diet, but don't judge them for that, because that's not the important stuff. Some people put a few vegetables in their diet. Some people remove vegetables altogether. I removed them all for a long period of time, and then I slowly started adding some specific vegetables back in. And something I learned yesterday, which was kind of disturbing, because I used to use kale, broccoli, cauliflower, a lot of cabbage products, and I just found out all of those are bioengineered products. Yeah, they come from a long line of cabbage manipulation, and I just thought that was just off the wall weird, because yeah, kale is like one of those super duper healthy type foods that we've always been told, like, yeah, eat kale, eat spinach, eat cabbage, try broccoli. Now, I did use broccoli and kale and all that throughout all of the years, but I had a lot of problems with the oxalates, and I also had problems with digestive issues. You know, for one thing, it's like all those extra vegetables, they created bloating, which gives you that extended belly. Extremely uncomfortable situation for most of us, and that's when the belt gets a lot tighter. But yeah, in the last week, I have added these 4 holes. This hole right here, I haven't gotten to this one yet. I probably could if I really tried hard, but I don't try to over tighten my belt throughout the day just to like make myself feel better. But yeah, when I started with this belt, I think I can see evidence of, looks like I started on this hole right here when I first bought the belt, and I've added all of these inches, and I have only had this belt for less than 3 months. So that means I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, 7, at least 7 inches. I've lost at least 7 inches in the last 4 months. That's with the carnivore diet. That's with a meat-based type diet. At least 90% meats and fats, 10% I love my life. And I'm just trying to help people out here and understand exactly how all this works. So it seems like the deciding factor that carnivore is basic keto diet. I mean, keto is not about buying products. I learned that quickly when I was trying keto, and I was surfing through the grocery aisles looking at keto-friendly items that were just a bunch of bullcrap. A lot of them contained a lot of overly processed ingredients. For one, they come in a package, so that should have been a red flag right away. But at that time, I wasn't in line with that line of thinking. I still had a lot of brain fog. I was confused about important ingredients. What ingredients do what cellulose? What is cellulose? Nobody knows. Cellulose could be a whole bunch of different things. It could be wood pulp, it could be sawdust, it could be random plant matter. We just don't know. So another thing I just did is I got on Amazon and I went and checked out Dr. Berg's supplements. This is something that I normally don't do, which is try to find specific supplements from people that are influencers or people that are just online doctors and stuff like that. But since I've been doing the carnivore diet for so long, and Dr. Berg is kind of trusted in the community, I made a decision to buy his magnesium glycinate, and also the D3, which also has K2. I believe it's the K2 vitamin in it. And the funny thing about that is these are actually vegan safe products. They're made out of with vegetable capsules. They don't contain any crazy random ingredients, so it kind of hits both spectrums. The magnesium glycinate that I have right now is this stuff here, and this is a vegan safe type item. That's what it says right on the package, and the ingredients are the same. You know, they're pretty similar to what Dr. Berg's magnesium glycinate is, but I wanted to give it a try. This stuff really works, by the way. So if I want to get the maximum benefit out of this, you're supposed to take 4 of these capsules, just because that's how they formulated this particular brand. So 4 capsules a day. You can take them all at once, but I found that if I take 2 at night after my meal, and then if I take 2 in the morning, I don't get daytime cramps, and then I don't get nighttime cramps as well, because cramping is something that just plagues all of us, especially anybody that's doing the keto type diet, carnivore type diet, or just trying to stay in ketosis for as long as possible. Cramps are a problem. And Dr. Berg's D3 comes with K2, same size capsules. Everything's pretty similar. So this is also a vegan safe item. But once this is gone, I'm going to start working on the Dr. Berg's item and also use that. I am no longer going to return to Costco for any of my vitamins and supplements, because they have manipulated a lot of the products. That has created health issues in my weight loss journey. And I'll see you later, son.
Love you, bye.
I love you. Have a good day at work. But yeah, no more Costco supplements. So what have I been eating for the last week and a half or 2 weeks, or even with the hiccup I had? Primarily my weight loss has been in weight loss maintenance mode, and I am just so happy that it's not going up, because like I said, I had at least 2 solid days off. But so far every single day I'm still trying to make a carnivore heavy type week. And I got a cat walking back and forth in front of the light over there. So I'm eating like a ribeye steak every day. Something I started doing as well is I started cutting off the extra fat on the tip of the ribeye steak, and then I'll trim that up really nice and small, and I'll just start grilling those first in the pan. And that creates a lot of the beef tallow you want to cook your steak in, so you're not having to add extra tallow. You can get it right from the fat that's already on your meat. Plus it makes these little yummy, delicious, edible, crunchy type little fat bites, which is just succulent, amazing, and it just melts in your mouth. So if you cut off a little piece of meat, you just put a fork in that fat first, and then you put the fork in the meat, and you just put that in your mouth. It is so delicate, and it's just amazing when you eat your food. But yeah, so far I've been eating ribeye steaks, at least 1 ribeye steak every day. I try to add in at least 2 to 3 eggs. And then another thing I did purchase at Costco a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now, is some shrimp. Shrimp seems to work really well on the carnivore diet. It's tasty. I can eat about 2 pounds of shrimp in one sitting. Not a problem. I can eat at least 2 pounds, and then I can also eat a steak. It's just absolutely amazing how much shrimp I can put down. But I like to add a lot of butter to my shrimp. I salt it up a little bit more, and it's just, yes, shrimp, that is a winner for me. If you can handle shellfish, I mean, I would highly recommend shellfish on the carnivore diet. It just works. It gives your plate a little bit more complexity. You can make a sauce. If it's frozen shrimp, it actually creates a lot of water on top, which you can actually mix the butter in, and then you have a dipping sauce afterwards. Just salt it up a little bit more. You could possibly put a little bit of garlic powder, paprika in there, a little cayenne pepper if you can tolerate those, and then yeah, it makes it a pretty decent option on the carnivore diet. But so far, the last time I weighed in, I believe I was doing pretty well. Gonna walk on down the hallway with my trusty cat Gray Bear and see what the scale's gonna provide. But like I said, I've been hovering right around 270 pounds, but it's really hard to explain that without a visual. So I like to always get my weight, get the scale out, get it set up, make sure it's on 0 before I hop on. It's starting out at 268.1. Huh. Okay, I thought I was at 270. 268. Okay. But again, don't worry too much about the scale. The scale will mess you up if you worry too much about it. This is why I weigh myself on Saturdays. And that's about it. If I do weigh myself throughout the week, it's just trying to gauge how my week's going. Because sometimes if I do get slightly off the rails, maybe if I add a little bit of fruit, or if I add some strawberries, some blueberries, just try to be reasonable if you're going to go anything off plan if you're doing the carnivore diet, and expect some things to happen, especially if you go really far off the rails. Because there are some healthy pizza options out there. One of them is cauliflower pizza. I've used that very successfully with weight loss. It helps keep me in ketosis. I can eat the entire pizza, which is amazing. I can actually add some extra toppings. I can add extra cheese. If you can tolerate spices like Italian seasoning or garlic, sometimes I'll add a little bit of that to it as well. But like I said, you just got to find out who you are as a person, what you can tolerate by taking the foods out. And so far, the BBB and E challenge, BBB and E, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. Okay, triple B and E. Somebody told me that works out pretty well. Triple B and E challenge. Yeah, I'm still going to be working on that. The 90 days will be over November 14th, and I'll have my official conclusion on what I think of the BBB and E, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. So far, I haven't been adding a lot of bacon into the diet. And like I said, I'm also adding shrimp. Once in a while, I'll have something else off the rails. But I keep it as strict as possible otherwise. I'm not getting into the Halloween candy and stuff like that, which is something I used to do this time of year. I did have, like I said, I had a little bit of ice cream, which was very odd. One of the things I was trying to figure out with the ice cream, because if I eat a bowl of cereal, I'm still hungry. I mean, I can eat a giant bowl of cereal with milk. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I'm still hungry. The cereal makes me feel like crap. I don't go that route anymore. I don't recommend it because there's really no love in most of the cereals that are provided for us now, either from Post or Kellogg's, especially from Kellogg's. They just seem to they do not like their customers, the people at Kellogg's. They put a lot of fake ingredients and nonsense in their foods. So when I had the ice cream, and it was just Ben and Jerry's ice cream, it had some random ingredients in it. I was seriously trying to think, it's like, okay, is this ice cream itself, because it's got some sugar, it's got maybe some mixed fruit, a little bit of chocolate added in there. Is this really going to screw me up hard? Is it going to like make me inflamed or anything? None of that happened. I wasn't bloated. I didn't have any weird type stools after the fact. I was just kind of blown away. And this is something my daughter gave me. She knows I'm into gnomes. So yeah, I got a little Beanie Baby gnome here, and I want to thank her for that. This is one of the nice treats that I have. This thing sits by my nightstand every night, and I appreciate it. The little things in life, things that I couldn't do before. But now, since I've lost all the weight, my work life has improved tremendously. I'm making double, sometimes triple the amount of money that I used to make before weight loss. Well, for one, I'm useful. Two, I can just get up and do more. Three, I don't get tired, so I can work as long as they need me to work. I can come up with basic ideas on how to improve job site safety. I'm pretty quick with just anything that they might assign me. I could just, okay, I'll make it happen. I don't have to take down nearly as many notes anymore. And something I like to do every single day just to keep my mind witty and sharp. Now, this is a feature that you can actually find on the YouTube cell phone app. You just scroll down a little bitty ways, and they have these little mini games. And this is one of my favorite mini games right here, is Word of Wonders. I do a lot of these puzzles every single day, and I am extremely quick with these. Now, when I first started doing this stuff was when I had brain fog. I would sit there for like hours trying to figure out one single word. Now I can just rifle through these puzzles. I think I'm on level 4,000 something crazy now. I got all these extra little diamonds in there, but it's just something that keeps your mind sharp. I would highly recommend these basic word puzzles like this, and especially if you're starting weight loss. You know, track your mental success with all of this, because once you get the brain fog cleared up, you seriously are on fire after that. You can see simple basic things like this. Basic tasks at work become a whole lot easier. When somebody asks you to do something you don't like, which would normally make you freak out, it's not a big deal anymore. You just go get it done. You come back, You know, you just might suffer a little bit because you might not like the job or task you do. I do it every single day. Sometimes I'm right in the middle of a project and I'm pretty into it, and everything changes. The whole work scope changes. Now, years ago, I would get really, really upset. Sometimes I would yell at people, yell at my boss. I never got fired as a result, which was a surprise, but it is what it is. But now it's just like, all right, I don't like this. I'm just gonna drop this trailer that I just hooked up, and I had to smack the brakes because they're frozen, and all the stuff I did to it, I'll just come back to this after I'm done doing whatever it was. So it's just simple, easy stuff like that. I just want you guys to realize that this stuff works. The carnivore diet works. A keto diet in particular works. 90% meats and fats, 10% love your life. It works. Starting out on a budget with the carnivore diet works. You can do it with beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, ground beef particularly. You know, like I said, I'm at a point now where I'm a little bit more financially stable, able to buy better quality products, and I'm still doing it on a budget. You know, I'm trying to get, you know, anywhere down to $10 or $25. I don't want to spend more than $30 on a product, because I just don't believe that we need to be spending $90 on anything at all. Now, if you guys like using products like LMNT, those are great products, by the way. I would stand behind those people that make that product, although they do have a little issue with their maltodextrin, whatever nonsense. I don't care about that. Trace amounts of sugar. I have never cared about trace amounts of sugar in my sauces, as long as it's natural sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. Don't sweat it. A little bit won't wreck the plan. It won't take you out of ketosis if you have a little bit of sauce that has natural sugar in it. Just don't drown the meat in the sauce, or just don't drown anything. You know, even your vegetables, if you're doing a vegetable type diet. Don't care. I screwed up that too. Vegetable type diet. I would just, yeah, my salad would be covered in ranch dressing. Not even the good kind of ranch dressing. But as always, guys, I want to thank you for sticking around. I hope you appreciated this update. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for our next upload. If you hit that like button, it helps us out tremendously trying to get our words out. Be sure to comment down in the comment section below and let me know what you thought of any part of today's video. Good or bad, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I respond to everybody equally, even the bad comments. They're just fine. You know, when I first started this weight loss journey, I was told I was going to balloon up. I was going to fall off the rails, and I would be like up in the 500-600 pound range in no time at all. Well, I'm living proof that the carnivore diet works, keto-friendly diet works, fasting works, and I'm going to continue this weight loss journey until I get down to my goal weight, which is 235 pounds. So if you're interested in seeing how that all works, stick around. So I often forget to mention things when I'm making these videos, so I thought I would add this little bit of extra in there. One thing the carnivore diet has done for me has completely eliminated my back acne. Another thing that it's done for me is I'm leaning out. I'm leaning out all over my body right now. I'm gaining muscle definition in my arms, which is something I never imagined after being so morbidly obese for so many years. So yeah, just keep on plugging away. Just keep doing what you're doing. And as always, guys, I hope to see you in the next one.